Cath, welcome to my channel made by Cath Craft, and thank you very much for joining me today for another one of my videos. And today's video is one of my favourite types of videos. It is a fabric haul video. And I haven't done a fabric haul video for a while, but recently over the last couple of weeks here in the south of England we've had some beautiful summery weather, and it's really got me in the mood for some summer sewing. So I've been on the internet and I've been having a look at fabrics, and I've snapped up a few sort of summery fabrics, and I've got some fairly firm plans for a couple of them, and I'm really looking forward to sharing them with you in this video and talking about what I'd like to sew. And I've also got two new patterns to share too, so I'll include those at the end of the video too. But I'll start the video as ever with what I'm wearing today, and today is another beautiful sunny day here, and I am wearing a jersey maxi dress that I made. And I don't usually tend to sew maxi dresses or wear maxi dresses that much. It's not a style I feel always comfortable in. But this pattern that I'm wearing today is one I do really love and I do feel really comfortable in. And it's a really nice sew too. It's a bit of an indie classic pattern actually. It's this one here. It's a Kyelo wrap dress pattern by Named Clothing. So it's designed to be a sleeveless jersey maxi dress, and it's just a really effective shape to it. You kind of make it in this sort of flying squirrel style shape, and you can wrap it around and tie it either at the front or the back, and it creates a really nice shape with how the fabric is sort of tied around. I'll show you the line drawing so the kind of shape of it is a bit more clear. This is the front, and you sew it like this in this flying squirrel shape. There's ties here that then you wrap around, and this is the back of the dress. You make it with a sort of centre seam at the back, and then you can add a vent at the bottom just so you can walk in it a bit more easily. And it's got these back darts here for a bit more shaping. So with the darts and the ties, when you wrap it around, it creates a really pretty shape, and I think it's really simple but effective, this pattern. I've actually got the old pattern, which is just for a sleeveless jersey maxi dress, but the pattern has now been re-released by Named Clothing. And it includes a jumpsuit option too, and also the option to add sleeves to the dress or the jumpsuit. So it's quite a flexible pattern now. And in terms of sizing, the pattern, it goes from a UK 4 to a UK 28, and the 28 is designed for a bust of 53 inches. And the version I'm wearing today is my first Kyelo wrap I ever made. So yeah, it's the maxi dress and sleeveless, as you can see. And I made it in this stripy, black and white stripy jersey fabric. I got it quite a long time ago when I was quite new to sewing, so I don't think at the time I took much note of what the composition of the fabric was, but I think it feels like a viscose jersey because it's quite drapey and it's got that feel to it. And it works really well actually for the Kyelo wrap. You wouldn't want anything too substantial, I think. With the wrapping around it could get a bit bulky. So I think this dress works really well in this type of fabric, which I'm guessing is a viscose jersey. But I like the black and white stripes, and I think when you tie around the middle, it looks quite cool with how the stripes all sort of go in different layers on top of each other. I'll stand up a bit so you can see what I mean about the wrap and the stripes. I think it's just quite a nice feature to it, and I'll put a picture so you can see the full thing on me. And I think I made a UK size 6 in this pattern, which I went on my bust measurement for, and the UK size 6 measurements are slightly smaller at the waist and hips for me, but I find because of the shape of the dress there's quite a lot of room in there, so I think the bust measurement is probably the most critical measurement to go on, and even so there's a bit of ease and a bit of stretch in the jersey fabric. So yeah, you can kind of get away with maybe being a little bit out of your size and it would probably just be fine still, is what I found. But it's a really nice comfy one to wear, and just quite easy to pop on, and a really nice simple sew too. So I definitely recommend the pattern, the Named Clothing Kyelo wrap dress. So anyway, I'll move on now to sharing with you my new fabrics. And the first fabric I've got to share with you is one I bought from an Instagram destash account. And it was my first ever time buying from an Instagram destash account actually. Yes, it was something new for me. But I know you can often get really good bargains on these destash accounts, and it's really nice to see fabrics that other sewers have maybe been holding in their stash for a while and decide to sell for one reason or another. There can be some really beautiful fabrics that do pop up on destash accounts. And this particular fabric that I purchased is one that I remember when it was available for sale in a few online fabric shops. It must have been a couple of years ago. And I remember admiring it at the time and thinking it was really pretty. And I decided not to buy it for one reason or another. And often with fabrics like that, I'll think about them for a couple of weeks and I'll go back and buy them if they're still on my mind. But with this one, I didn't. And by the time I thought, actually, maybe I should buy it because I'm still thinking about it, it had gone out of stock everywhere. So I was a bit disappointed at the time. And I don't often get that with fabrics. So when I saw it come up on this destash account, I snapped it up, and I'm really pleased I did. And I'm really looking forward to turning it into something. And this is the fabric. It's a rayon fabric. And I just love the colour and the print on this fabric. So as you can see, it's got this sort of very sort of dark navy blue or indigo base, and it's got really pretty colours on it too, in a really lovely print. It's got tigers and flowers on it, and then the colours I just love. It's this sort of goldy colour and this sort of peachy pink colour and this cobalt blue. I think they're so pretty against the navy base. And I do love a navy base for fabrics. As you'll know if you've been watching my channel a while, it's a colour I really love to wear. And it's a really nice quality rayon too. It's got a lovely drape to it, but it's opaque and it's quite substantial, I think. So I think it'll make a lovely dress, and that's what I would like to make. I think I purchased, I can't remember whether it's 2 meters or 2.5 meters, but definitely plenty to make a dress. And I had originally thought when I bought it that I'd like to turn it into something summery, but then when it arrived and I've had a look at it on me and in the mirror and held it up as you do, I think actually it's quite a wintry fabric, so it might be one I hold off on sewing up till winter and turn it into a bit more of a wintry style dress, because I think it would work really well at that time of year. So I'm not sure on what pattern I'd like to use for this. I'm really undecided, and definitely a dress of some sort. But I'd love any recommendations of what patterns you think would work with this fabric. I just think it's such a pretty one. But yeah, I do think it would look great as a dress, maybe with a pair of tights and some boots. So I think I will hold off on it for winter. But if you have any recommendations of patterns that you think could work really well for winter, I would love to know on this one. So the second fabric that I've got to share is one I've got fairly firm plans for. So I've got a good idea of what I'd like to make with this fabric. And it's something summery that I can wear on a summer holiday. And I'm really looking forward to getting started on sewing this one. And the fabric came from SelfMade, and they used to be called Stoff and Still, but they, I think about a year ago, changed their website over and they're now called SelfMade. I think they're still based somewhere in Europe. When I was looking on the tracking information for my parcel for this fabric, it looked like it came from Denmark. And it actually only just arrived just as I sat down to film this video. I've been looking at the tracking information last night and it was stuck in customs, and I was thinking, when's it going to arrive? Will it arrive in time for this video? And then suddenly it sort of updated to show it got through customs and was out for delivery. So it's perfect timing that I can share it with you now. And it's a really lovely viscose fabric. And I've bought a couple of viscose fabrics from SelfMade before when they were Stoff and Still, and they're really nice quality, and I'm really pleased with this one here. It's a bit of a fun print. It is a leopard print. Here it is. So I got 3 meters of this fabric. I think it's a really lovely print, and it's got lovely drape to it. And also, like the rayon I was showing you before, it's fairly opaque too, so I think it'll be perfect for a nice lightweight summer dress, but with a really nice quality fabric too, so hopefully it'll be built to last. Yeah, it's this lovely leopard print. I don't know, I don't have a lot of leopard print in my wardrobe, but I just really like the idea of making myself a summery leopard print dress. And I've got 3 meters to give me plenty to be able to make what I'm hoping will be a midi dress in this fabric. I don't usually wear a lot of midi dresses, but recently I made the Named Clothing Sarast shirt dress at midi length, and I really liked it. And I know midi dresses are quite trendy and fashionable at the moment, and I thought maybe I need to give it another go too, because I really like that one. So I'm planning to turn this into a midi dress. And the pattern I'd like to use is this pattern here. I'm going to hack it. It is the Ogden Cami pattern by True Bias. It's a really nice, simple woven cami top pattern with this deep V at the front and back and spaghetti straps. And it's got a really nice, simple shape and lends itself really well to hacking. And I've hacked this pattern a couple of times before. I made sort of a wintry pinafore, sort of baby doll smock style pinafore, by cropping it off at sort of empire line. And I also made a summery dress last year, a maxi dress. I've mentioned I didn't wear a maxi dress as much, but I do really love that one too, actually. It's one of my rare maxi dresses like this one, where I kind of cropped it off a little bit longer at kind of my natural waist and added a couple of tiers on. I think I might have added 3 tiers on, and it was a colour blocked maxi dress. So I really enjoy hacking this pattern. I'd love to hack it again using this lovely leopard print fabric. So I think I'd like to make, as I mentioned, some sort of midi dress, maybe with a couple of tiers. I'm not quite sure. I think I'm going to start by sort of doing the bodice bit and then see where I go from there. But I'm really looking forward to having a play with it. And what I thought as well is that if I make it as a sort of strappy dress, a sort of midi dress, then what might be really nice is if when the weather gets a bit cooler, I can maybe layer it up over like a black t-shirt. So it could work quite well for transitional weather as well, to get a bit more use out of it. Because I do like the idea of making it as more of a pinafore style as well. So I'm not sure how that'll work and what I'll do on sizing, and whether I'll make it a bit looser so I could layer it, whether I won't. I'm not quite sure, but I'm just really looking forward to having a play with this fabric. I definitely like to turn it into something summery and fun. So the next fabric I've got to share is one I bought a little bit on a whim. Usually when I buy fabrics, I buy them with a particular specific pattern in mind, and I know exactly what I'm going to sew, or I have a general idea of what type of garment I'd like to make. But every now and then I buy a fabric because it's a bit new to me and I'd like to try it out and see how it is to sew and to wear. So this fabric kind of falls into that category. So I got this fabric from Ditto Fabrics, And I'll link their website down below. They have a website and also a bricks and mortar shop, which I think is based on the south coast. But I always really enjoy browsing their website because they often have really interesting and different fabrics that you don't find elsewhere. And I bought a few fabrics from them and I've always been really pleased with the quality. And they are just a little bit different. I know they get some of their fabrics from Italy and they're really nice quality. So I got a really lovely Italian viscose a couple of years ago that I really liked. So I was browsing their website and I came across some lightweight linen fabric that I thought had a really nice print on it. And it's something I'd never sewn with before. I've sewn with linen viscose blend fabrics and I've sewn with this sort of heavier sort of bottom weight linen that I made into a pair of shorts. But I know a lot of people say that linen is the best fabric to wear in summer. It's really cool and breathable and comfortable to wear. But I've never really worn or tried like a lightweight linen that would kind of fall into that category. So I saw this and thought that would be great for summer. I'd like to give it a go and see how I get on with it and whether I enjoy sewing it and wearing it. And yeah, I just really like the print on it. I think it's one that is just quite me. So this is the lightweight linen I got. As you can see, it's got a stripe on it and I do like a stripe. In this lovely summery colours, a white and a very light blue. And it's really lovely actually. It's really different to linen I've felt before. It has the kind of lovely sort of natural feel to it, but it's got a lovely drape to it and it's really soft and lightweight, so I think it'll be perfect for something summery. I don't think it's entirely opaque, it might be a little bit sheer, but I think it'll be fine for something that I'd wear on holiday. And yeah, I got 2.5 meters of this and I'm really looking forward to turning it into some sort of summer garment, but I'm not sure quite what yet. As I said, I bought it thinking I'd really love to give it a go and I like the print and it'll be a perfect one to give a go for making a summery cool linen garment, but I just don't know what I'm going to make. So my ideas or possible options for this lovely lightweight linen fabric are either to make a dress of some sort, probably in a sort of above the knee summer style dress, or maybe a play suit, like the sort of Zadie play suit or something along those lines, or possibly separate, so like a top and shorts that I could then mix and match with other garments too. I really don't know what to make. I like the idea of playing with the stripes in different directions too, but yeah, I'm just not sure on this one. I think I need to have a little bit of a mull over of what I might like to make on this one. But if you have any ideas, I would love to hear them. I'm really open to different ideas, or if you've made particular garments that you think work really well with the lightweight linen, yeah, I would love to know. But I'm just really looking forward to trying it out and seeing how it is to sew and wear, like I mentioned. So the last fabric that I've got to share with you is another fabric that I've got summery sewing plans for. And this one is a viscose fabric that I got from Minerva. And I really like Minerva's viscose fabrics. I've sewn with a few of them before and I always find them to be really nice quality but also really good value. And this one is no exception. It's so lovely and floaty and soft. I'll hold it up so you can see. If I move it, you can see the lovely swishy sort of floaty lightweight fabric it is. And it's really pretty. It's a ditzy floral print. I do love a ditzy floral print. I'll hold up a bit close so you can see the print. It's got a navy base and these white flowers on with little orange centres. So I think it's really cute. Like I mentioned, I love a ditzy floral print, so I think it's a really pretty one. And the fabric also comes in a rust colourway, so with a rust base, and then it has a sandy coloured base option too. And it's only £5.99 a metre, so I think that's really good value. So I got 2.3 metres of this, and I like how on the Minerva website you can buy in increments of 10 centimetres. You don't have to buy like a full half metre. So I didn't have to buy the full 2.5 metres, I just got the 2.3 metres. And what I would like to make with this fabric is a skirt. So I think it'll make a lovely swishy lightweight skirt for summer. And the pattern I'd like to use to make this skirt is one of my new patterns I've got to share in this video. And it's actually a free pattern and it's this one here. It is the Sabina skirt by the Little Pomegranate. So it's really cool, it's a free pattern. I'll show you the line drawings of it. It's a really pretty skirt pattern for woven fabrics. It's got an elasticated waist and these little sort of slash pockets. And what I like about these slash pockets is the pockets secured to the waistband. So there won't be sort of any sort of dragging down because it's held in place by the waistband. And it's got a little ruffle at the bottom and quite a full swishy skirt. And it's really easy to get this pattern. All you need to do is go on the Little Pomegranate's website and enter your email address in to sign up to the newsletter, and then you automatically get sent this pattern and all the files you need to make the skirt. So that's pretty cool. And it's got a really good size range too. It goes from a size UK 6 to a UK 34, and that takes you from a waist of 25 inches to a waist of 51 inches. So I saw a lot of people tried this pattern during Sew Frugal this year because it's a new free pattern and I think it's really quite trendy at the moment, this sort of midi length style skirt. So I really fancied giving it a go, so I thought I'd try and find some lovely floaty fabric to make it in. The pattern is designed so you can try it as a beginner, and having had a look through the instructions, they really do hold your hand through every step of the process. And it says it will work well in light to medium weight woven fabrics, and it recommends for a beginner more stable fabrics like cotton lawn, but it says you can use more drapey fabrics like a viscose to give a more floaty fluid skirt, which is what I would like to achieve with this fabric. So I'm really looking forward to sewing this one up. Like I mentioned, I think earlier in the video, midi length has not always historically been my style, but I'm coming around to it now, and I'm looking forward to making a midi length skirt, and I think it'll be really cute with a ruffle on. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to giving this pattern a go. So at the beginning of the video, I mentioned I had 2 new patterns to share with you, and the first was the Sabina skirt, which I'm really looking forward to sewing up. And the second pattern is one I was very kindly gifted by Sarah at French Navy Patterns. And if you've seen previous videos of mine, you'll know I'm a big fan of French Navy patterns. I really like the style of them, and I find them really wearable, and I find their instructions really good too, so I really enjoy sewing them as well. And Sarah, who is the designer behind French Navy, got in touch with me and offered me my choice of her patterns without any pressure or obligation to sew them. And there was one pattern in particular that I've had my eye on for a while, and I said I'd really love that one. And it's this one here. It is the Bowery top pattern. And I think it's a really cool top pattern and very French Navy, very wearable, but with a few really cool sort of nice details too. So it is kind of a sort of cropped woven top pattern with this lovely curved hem, and it's got this button down back, and I do like a button down back. It's got dolman sleeves with a cuff and an optional patch pocket on the front. So it's a really interesting sort of design with a few nice little features on, and it's one I've had my eye on for a while. I thought it would work really well, like this sort of a model drawing with a pair of jeans or maybe with a pair of shorts for summer. And in terms of sizing, it doesn't have the biggest size range ever on this pattern. So it goes from a size A to a size G, which takes you from a bust of 32 inches up to a bust of 41 3/4 inches. And in terms of fabric recommendations, it states the Bowery top is best suited to light to medium weight woven fabrics with or without drape. So for a more structured garment, you might want to go for linen or a chambray or a shirting. Or for more drapier, softer silhouette garment, you might want to go for a viscose or a rayon type fabric. And I really like the idea of making it in a more structured fabric, like some sort of cotton, to just show the sort of boxy shape of it. I think that would look really cool. So I haven't got any fabrics yet for this one, but I'm going to be on the lookout to try and find some. I just think it's a really pretty shape. I'll show you the line drawings too. It'll be a fun one to sew. I do like a button down back, and I do like a crop top, so hopefully in a future fabric haul video I'll have found some lovely fabric to give this one a go too. So that is everything I've got to share in this fabric and pattern haul video. I'm really looking forward to getting started on some of those summery sewing plans, especially with the beautiful weather we're having at the moment. It's really getting me inspired to add to my summer handmade wardrobe, so I'm definitely going to make hay while the sun shines. And I think the first thing I'm going to do once I finish this video actually is take that leopard print viscose that just arrived before I started filming and pop it in the washing machine and get it drying on the line, so then it's ready for me to cut out and just ready to go, which will be really good. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, I would love it if you would give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe, and also if you press the bell icon, you'll then be notified when my future videos come out. Thanks again for watching. I hope you have a lovely day and the sun is shining where you are too, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!